Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you everything TCG. My name is Sam and I'm back here with our returning co-host, Preston. Say hello.
Hello! I'm back.
I'm so happy he's back. You have no idea. Doing this by yourself is not as much fun, I'm going to be honest. It's so much better this way. And he's back here and we have news.
Yeah, I've watched all the episodes. You guys did a killer job while I was out, so
stressful.
I loved every single one of them.
He watches our videos. I had no idea. That's so funny.
Only the ones that I'm not in. Back to the news. Let's jump into it.
We have the rest of set 2. The rest of set 2 has been given to us. We're going to go through each card really quickly. We're going to give you full breakdowns later on the week of each color, what our thoughts are, what the meta is going to look like. But for now, we're just excited to have all the cards, so we want to flip through them, talk about a couple of our favorites, stuff we're excited about, and yeah. Let's get into
Absolutely.
it. Let's get into it. We are using the actual One Piece website. I've been going through dev. They haven't fully updated yet. It's a lot of cards. Probably take a little while. But the website does have it. We're going to translate the ones we're going to talk about. We're going to link the Discord as well. The Discord does have the rest of the translation. So if you want to see a specific card, check out that Discord.
Yeah. Dev has like 90 cards to upload, so give him a chance to get to it.
Yeah.
He can take his time.
Yeah. The cards aren't out for us anyway, so...
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
It's okay. But we do have the rest of the cards, and we're just going to scroll through them. A lot of these we've already seen through Twitter. We've seen some new ones. I think, I don't know if we've seen this Jozo before, but I like the art. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But definitely, I have to talk about this Ryoku a little bit. Ryoku is a lot like the Drake. He is a 3-cost 4K, Dawn ×1, your turn. All of your characters that are Whitebeard types gain 1,000 power. Pretty good. We've seen how oppressive Drake has been in the meta, especially in these early tournaments, these limited battle tournaments. This is probably going to be very similar. The only thing is a lot of these Whitebeard pirates are already very, very powerful. So, yeah.
They're definitely going to make a good use of that extra 1k power.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, does Whitebeard himself have Whitebeard pirates? Do you remember?
I'm assuming he has Whitebeard pirates. Yeah.
Okay, because that makes him strong enough to take out Kaido without like extra. So that's super cool.
That's a good catch. Yeah, it's definitely true. Yeah, it's definitely one of those cards that's probably going to be at 4 when this Whitebeard deck gets built. Yeah, it's super cool. They definitely didn't need the extra power, but I'm here for it. I'm here for this different type of archetype.
Speaking about extra power, we got Moby Dick over here.
I didn't think we were going to get all these cool stages.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, so Moby Dick is on your turn. If you have 1 or less life cards, your Edward Newgate and all of your characters with the type including Whitebeard Pirates gain 2k power. And its trigger is to play it. That's insane. It's a stage that has a trigger that plays the card. That's incredible.
It's I really like when they tie in anime things to the game or manga, whatever you want to. I love because it's a nod to the Moby Dick's entrance into the arc. So I love that trigger effect. It's such a great, and 2,000 power is a lot of power. That's 12k potential out of Moby Dick. That is huge. We've seen a couple cards with Rush. The Jozu had blocker and Rush. Ace has Rush. I think you have to meet a couple conditions off the top of my head, but there's a lot of potential here for a lot of damage. And you're taking life, so there's no way you're not going to have this Moby Dick active.
Absolutely. The leader is going to enable this.
Yeah.
They have some cards that help you stay in the game too. They have a searcher. They're pretty well set up to be a decent deck. I can't wait to start building these so that we can see how formidable it is, especially against our set 1 giants like Kid and Kaido.
Yeah, definitely. There's not going to be a lot of mix either. I think this is going to be really contained in its own set. Even the Marco we have, I'm pretty sure it said former, so I don't think there's a lot of things that we could splash in, just good cards, like maybe Nico Robin, maybe some of the other just good red cards.
It really depends on how they phrased things, because I believe one of the cards that phrased that includes Whitebeard pirates, I think former Whitebeard should be encapsulated. At least that's what people were saying on Twitter,
I
but
hope so.
we'll
That'd be
see.
cool. That'd be cool. I don't know if that Marco will get played. He is a 3-drop 5K
Yeah,
vanilla, but it'd be cool to include him. Because they don't have that kind of muscle.
right.
They don't have a 3K 5 vanilla, so maybe it'll actually get played. Then again, this guy is pretty good, so he might get played. It's good old scored. Then
Or
getting into our green, I don't think we've seen anything new except
oh my goodness. I don't even care that he's just a blocker. This art is incredible.
I hate that my face is in the way. I want to block my face for 2 seconds. I'm going to. Look at this art.
Do it.
Look at this art, guys.
Get him up there. It's gorgeous.
I don't even
Like,
know. It looks like it's water painted. It looks Cat Viper is absolutely gorgeous in this art. I
love it.
don't even care about anything else. Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of these cards I haven't seen where Frankie looks amazing, Jinbei looks
Right.
great, Usopp is styling as always, but
I feel like I've seen that Usopp in like a meme where he's like laughing or something with that clothing. I don't know. Anyways, the you're right. The cat is
it's
just
gorgeous.
incredible.
I love all these outfits. One Piece
Right.
is they're squatted up. They look great here. I like Zoro. They all look amazing. I like the way the cards look too. I like the panels on the side here, showing a lot
Hmm.
of the moments from the movie itself. Pretty
Right.
cool. Even the shout out to Uda here too. I love it. I love it. This is a card that I definitely wanted to mention just a little bit because I think this is.
Do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about the stage while you find
Oh,
Yamato?
please, please talk about the stage. Please talk about the
So
stage.
this they revealed this in a YouTube video. So this is where this effect is coming from. Activate main. You may trash one card with Wano Country type and rest this card. Switch up to one Dawn card to active, uh, which has its plus and minuses. I think the Odin leader is better, so you probably don't play this card, which is disappointing seeing the Moby Dick being absolutely incredible. And then you get the Wano Country or Flower Capital, whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah.
And it's just subpar.
Yeah, it's definitely left wanting, especially looking at the fields that we already have. That they're very, at least to the bottom, impactful. Say what you want about Sunny, but the other two at least, Moby Dick and Onigashima, they're absolutely game changing. These are game changing stages, and this one is passable. It might get played at a low count, but this isn't like a card you need in this deck. So. Especially since the deck is very tight already. I don't know if anyone's tried building the Wano deck before. It's a list that you don't have a lot of spaces to play with. You're playing a lot of scabbards, so
Right.
tough. I think it's gonna be tough to play this card.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting Wano cards. I don't know if this one gets picked up for that deck.
No,
Any of the iterations of it.
no. This Yamato though, I found her finally. It's a 4-drop 6K, obviously, and then it's also treat this card as Kozaki Odin. You mentioned that'd be really cool with the wife. Now she's a blocker.
Oki.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if this card's meant for that deck, but it's on play. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 6 costs life or less. This card is just good. Like this card will probably just be played in maybe Kid. I don't know. Kid is a very strict Supernova type, but any other just green stuff splashing, this Yamato can definitely see that played.
Yeah, there's been iterations of red green law with Wano, and this could hit that deck.
Yeah.
Since it should be searchable with the Momo.
Yeah, if you're playing the Momo variant, definitely. And she's probably due for a really cool looking alt art, I'd imagine. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's gas. Then we're getting into the blue. We have some pretty cool vanillas too. Croc got one, which are excited. They sniped Jinbei, which I'm gonna mention because I'm salty about it.
Yeah, no Jinbei in blue, which is weird because he was there.
He was there. I remember him. He kind of carried.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I like this Mihawk. Looks great. Like a lot of the vanilla stood out to me for blue. Like they look
Gorgeous art.
His Gokomori is sick. He's also
Very
a
good.
warlord too, so maybe we'll see play in the play in the Warlord deck. But we do have this Dofi that I wanted to mention really quick. I think it's probably not going to be here. But he's a Peep 3. He's a Warlord, and then he has the effect of when he attacks with the Dawn attached, he bounces a 1 or less, I believe, to the bottom of the deck. So if we were playing Perona before, I'd imagine it's getting swapped out for this Dofi. So we have another Warlord target. Pretty cool.
Yeah, another Warlord target and a usable effect after its on play effect, which Prona, when I was using her, just sat on the board until you could
True.
eventually attack with her.
True. Or you bounce her with your own stuff. Yeah, she's kind of just sat there. Kuma also helps the Warlord mechanic. So if you were a Dofi player like me and you were looking for that, it's there for you, I promise.
Yeah.
And we do have...
It's Nuakama Land.
Nuakama Land. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is activate main. You may rest this stage. If your leader is Ivank, draw 1 card, trash 1 card, then trash up to 3 cards from your hand. So this plays into the handless mechanic that Ivankov wants to play. It's really iffy on first look if it's playable.
I think at the least it's a draw 1, discard 1. So this card to me is at least playable. There's a ton of cards that remove your hand, so I don't know if that feature. It does say up to, so you could always up to 0.
Right.
The Boa does this, the Ivank does this, the Luffy does this. So there's a lot of ways to discard our hands. But this is a draw 1, discard 1, so at least you're seeing one
on
card.
Turn 1.
On turn 1, and you can just remove your hand at that point. You can remove your hand very early then, because Boa is a turn 2 play. So this card is decent. I don't know if you play 4 of this guy. You probably play 1 or 2. If you see it, good. If you don't,
right.
But it is definitely better than the other one.
It's
yeah.
At first look, it's weird, but it could absolutely be critical for it because that draw 1, discard 1 is huge just to play through your deck, just to see things.
Yep.
And if we ever get more stuff that is usable and discard, anything makes it super great. And up to 3 from your hand when discarded, disgusting. So at a 1 cost can be very usable in the future. Could get very dangerous in the future.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Like blue decks could splash this to see 1 more card flying through your deck. So this is actually, if you take that out of the mechanic, you could see this in other decks as well because it doesn't have.
It says when your leader is Ivank.
So you have to be Ivank. Okay, so there is a restriction, but yeah, definitely a good card.
Yeah.
You can see a couple being played. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting into purple. I think we've seen all of these guys. Sure is good.
Purple's weird. Purple's weird. This they split it, I think, 3 ways. You get film cards, you get the impelled down navy cards, and then you get random smile cards.
These random smile cards threw me off, man.
Yeah. So it's very weird that they got so many different mechanics. They tried to bolster smile from set 1, which it needs, but I don't know if these guys are enough. And then they split it. It's just kind of odd. But purple was our best color last set, so we shouldn't be too upset because this might bolster some different things. You might still get a good mechanic out of this, but you're most likely going to play a lot of set 1. In my opinion, set 1 purple.
I think that's true. I think I like the idea of lowering your opponent's dons. I think that's a good switch up from just ramp. I think ramp is incredibly volatile, and I'm hoping Bandai is walking that back a little bit with this. But I do imagine Kaido's still going to run rampant in this new format as well. I like the Magellan. I think this is a strong card, so I definitely can see it being played. But I don't know why we're waiting. We've already seen it. We have to talk about the Impel Down. Another stage card. Everyone got one, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's getting a stage this set, so I'm super happy. This is Impel Down, activate main. You may trash 1 card from your hand and rest the stage. Look at the top. It says look at 3 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Impel Down type card and add it to your hand. Then place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. That's super cool.
If you had any worries about Impel Down being kind of rough, well, it's pretty good now because of that.
Solved it. Once per turn search.
Once per turn search. The only problem is there's just not a lot of Impel Down cards. I think that's the issue with the purple is
it got split too heavily. You have the Jailer Beast, which are decent.
They're also minus dons. Yeah, they're cool. They just don't have like a KO. You know, like their biggest guy is I'm pretty sure who's not even Impel Down.
He's not impel down. This
Yeah.
card's disgusting.
Yeah. Did you want to? Yeah, you love this guy. You sent it to our group chat. Please talk about
I
this guy.
did. -8 gains 792,000. That turns him into 800,000. There's This card is going to be played because what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that they have no blockers,
Yeah.
and then you're just going to play this card on when they have 0 life. This absolutely is the last turn of the game. Like, all right, we cleared their field last turn. They have no blockers. Play this, you win.
Hilarious.
800,000.
Hilarious.
That goes up against most like Dragon Ball Super cards. Like
Yeah.
when we think about like power dynamics,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super is in a different universe of power level.
Yeah.
This competes with that.
That's so funny that you said that. He's absolutely right. It was split too far though. I think there's only like 8 impel down cards, and I think Sphinx didn't even get Jailer Beast if I remember correctly. So he doesn't even work with the that little Jailer Beast mechanic.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. But again, I would love to play it, love to build it. I'd like to see if it's a fully working mechanic myself.
Yeah.
Then of course, the best for last, the newest color, black. Very exciting to get a new color, and then we're getting another new color. If you hadn't watched the last news video, shout out Big Mom. She's gonna make an entry.
And I'm assuming in the set 3 we'll get a Big Mom that is a 10 cost 10k.
Katakuri.
Or a high cost 10k. Out of the set, because we have Kaido as a 10 cost 10k. We got Whitebeard at 10k.
Yep.
We should get a Big Mom at 10k from set 3.
You had Shanks too. It wasn't not as big, but pretty high drop as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a cool Big Mom. I'm excited. Her Big Mom pirates are some of the coolest. We didn't get to spend a lot of time with them, so I would love to get more action there with her.
Absolutely, like you were saying, Katakuri and
Smoothie. I love Smoothie. I don't know if that's if everyone's noticed that yet. We have some
these black cards, they don't get a set in the they don't get a stage in the set, but they get a stage in their starter deck.
Yeah.
They also get yes, we did. We also get some Kuzans, which are very playable.
4-drop 5k. When he on play, he draws a card. Amazing. And
so
then
cool.
He kills a 0-drop.
I believe so.
His effect got leaked along earlier, and I don't think we actually covered it, but I'm pretty sure that's the effect. Or it says -4 right there, actually. So he's gonna -4 or something.
I'll get up to it eventually.
He'll eventually get there. Kabi, pretty cool. I don't like the art very much, but he's due for an alt art, so that's pretty cool. Next page. More. Really cool to see Sentomaru. He's just the trigger, but it's really cool to see him included. It's really cool to see Nami's mom as well. A little weird, but she was a Navy, so she's here. Same with Backstory himself there.
Yeah, Kuzan is when attacking, reduce one character by 4.
There you go.
There's some weird ones. I zoned out while I was looking for Kuzan, but it's weird to see Nami's mom here. It's weird to see him here because I don't. It's weird to see.
He was a Navy.
The Dankyo. He is. They are. Yeah, the thing is, they are, but you don't
associate it.
Associate because the giant. I forget his name. He's a deserter, isn't he?
He does desert. Yeah, he does. That's how.
So that's weird. Yeah. And then it's just weird. They added a bunch of characters that are technically Navy because they needed to fill space. I think they could have filled space with different characters because it just feels weird.
There's a lot of nameless
Navy
characters. I recognize this guy from a couple arcs and a couple chapters, but I couldn't tell you his name. But I like that they're included, these characters. I don't think there would be another way for us to get these characters.
Right.
Maybe we'll eventually get a Dressrosa.
Rosinante, we will get more.
Yeah, we'll probably get a Dressrosa set, so he'll probably be re-included. But I can't imagine another way. It's cool. I don't mind it. It's just it feels weird. It feels weird.
And I feel like they shouldn't have put Rosinante in there. I feel like it's pretty rude to drop that for people that are behind that are playing the game because it's cool.
True.
Uh,
True. True. True.
namely like Zach. People like Zach,
The
they play card games
yeah.
and they're into it and they're watching it, but they're not there yet.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big spoiler.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess that's true too. Now that you know he's Navy involved, and
yeah,
that's not involved in his character a lot. But I like to see him here. I'm happy about it.
it's very cool.
Hopefully, people don't connect those dots. Card I wanted to mention is this Garp. We have
Yeah.
that Kuzan combo where we're just eliminating everyone's drops, but we needed a really good card to remove them.
Mm-hmm.
And this Garp, when he attaches 2 Dons and he attacks, he KOs up to one of your opponent's characters that cost of 0. So with Kuzan on the board, he kills anything that was a 5-drop, which is quite nasty. And he's a 2K combo. So this Garp is
And
a...
he has a dope alt art coming
Right.
that we'll see.
I could definitely pull it up really quick.
Yeah. So the combos are great. Oh, there he is. My goodness, that was quick.
Shout out to the Luffy too. This Luffy is gorgeous, but this Garp is fierce. There's a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely show those two really quick. Close. But yeah, they're pretty cool artworks that we're gonna get to see soon.
Yeah. So that's cool.
That was the last page.
Yep. And then there's our secrets that we talked about in the last video.
This goes on.
Last news. So good.
It's such a good looking card. I totally blanked my mind that we were getting another Kuzan. I thought this was the only one we were getting, and I forgot about the little one.
Yeah.
It's he's former. We talked about it before. He's former Navy on his. So I wonder if he's capable to use Navy effects. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the wording on everything, to see if their stage says something similar to how the Whitebeard pirates say is like including Navy,
Right.
because that helps the former Navies and the Neo Navy characters and stuff like that be included. Probably not for this case, but
Yeah,
it just
that would be bad for the Neo Navy black and
yeah,
purple leader. So that's
yeah,
probably a good ruling now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah.
I was on your side, but not anymore.
Yeah, when you start to look at everything as a whole, it's probably good that it's a little bit more restrictive for black.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. I think that was probably the best call.
yeah,
That does
yeah,
it for
absolutely.
news. This is one of our longer ones. We said before we recorded this was gonna be a short one because we didn't really have anything to cover. But here we go. Here we went. Made it a 20-minute video.
Oops.
Anything you want to say to everyone before we head out here?
No, I'm super excited to start looking at set two as a whole and looking at each color and building out decks and figuring out what ends up on tier list and everything. So super excited. Set two is fully out, and
Yeah.
thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.
Later.